The Fujifilm X-Pro1 and the Fujifilm X-E1 are 10-year-old cameras, but don't let that fool you. Yesterday's flagship camera is today's best bang for the buck. Both cameras have similar specs, like the same sensor and the same image processor, so technically speaking, these can achieve similar results. But are they fun to use? Do they speak to you? And which one is the best choice for your style of shooting? I don't care about specs, I care about how does it feel to use the camera. And although on paper these are very similar, in practice, they feel quite different. One of the main reasons why people like me enjoy these cameras is the first external sensor. I personally find it aesthetically pleasing, and I know a lot of people say that, but if you really dig deeper, it really comes down to the limited dynamic range and how that affects the roll-off of the highlights. That, combined with the film simulations, helps you achieve great results. So the actual limitation of the technology of 2012 is the thing that gives you this look and makes it feel the way it does. 16 megapixels is enough. These photographs from my X100T, a camera with the exact same megapixels and resolution, look great on photo books and larger prints as well. The sensor and the image quality are the common denominators between these two cameras. One camera is not missing out in terms of image quality compared to the other one. Now you know. And precisely because of that, we can actually focus on the things that matter, the differences that set them apart. Like the viewfinder. Although both cameras place the viewfinder on the left side, the implementation of the viewfinder is different. The X-Pro1 has the hybrid viewfinder that was first introduced with the original X100 camera. The ability to switch between the optical and the electronic viewfinder adds another level of usability to the camera. It gives you the option to choose. That is important. Perhaps that is all you need to go down a path that you wouldn't have gone otherwise. Just food for thought. You can use the optical viewfinder, be more methodical, shoot with an analog feel, and treat the X-Pro1 almost like a film camera. And this in turn will extend the battery life significantly. Or you can use the electronic viewfinder on both the X-Pro1 and the X-E1 and just get the shots that you want without having to worry about frame lines and parallax. Just treat it like a normal digital camera. The X-E1 only has the electronic viewfinder. It is a bit sharper and larger as well, and that helps with the process, but no optical viewfinder here. However, it does have a physical advantage over the X-Pro1. They gave it a dedicated diopter dial. Good for everyone in general, but especially great for people that wear glasses. The X-Pro1 does not have that dial. Instead, you need to hunt down these correction adapter lenses and screw them onto the viewfinder like this. But the important thing to note is that the viewfinder location matters, and it will affect how comfortable you feel with the camera. In my case, I live inside the viewfinder when I'm shooting, and I love it. So it's not a matter of which one is best, the optical viewfinder or the electronic viewfinder. It really is a matter of which one works best for you, for your style of shooting. Regardless of which one you choose, the focus peaking is not ideal. If all you want to do is use manual lenses or adapt older film lenses, then you will struggle to enjoy these cameras. The X-E2 or the X-Pro2 might be a better option for you. Another physical difference is the flash. The X-E1 has a built-in flash, and in my X-E1 review I mentioned how the flash is a gimmick and you shouldn't really use it. But that is in the context of street photography, and I completely stand by what I said. Walking down the streets of Tokyo trying to be discreet and using the flash seems like a really silly thing to do. But in other situations, like just taking photos of friends and family events or birthdays, it might be a good idea to give it a try, why not? After all, it's built into the camera, you don't have to carry it with you. The X-Pro1 does not have a built-in flash. It was an optional purchase of over $200 when it was released, so keep that in mind. Both of these cameras have the tactile knobs and dials that we all know and love Fujifilm for. They have the same dials like the shutter speed and exposure compensation dial, but there are physical differences between these two cameras. The X-Pro1 is larger and heavier, which means that the grip is larger as well. It feels better to hold and it does not hurt my hand after using the camera for a while like the X100 series. Most of my fingers can rest on the grip except my pinky. The X-E1 is smaller, lighter, and is more of a pocketable camera. That is a benefit, especially if you like to wear your camera as an accessory as I do. However, that also makes the grip smaller and harder to hold. Only 3 of my fingers can rest on the grip, so after a full day of shooting, this may annoy you or may not. If the camera feels more comfortable and makes you want to go out there and shoot, then you will. As simple as that. Making the process more comfortable and enjoyable matters quite a bit. I really think both of these cameras are a real joy to use. They are not perfect. They have limitations that sometimes add to the experience, but some other times detract from it. The X-Pro1 is built for people that want to give the analog experience a try. People that are interested in shooting with the optical viewfinder or may have a film background or want to try a methodical way of shooting. The X-E1 is made for people that want a light, small and pocketable camera, but unlike the X100 series, you can interchange the lenses, and precisely that makes the camera a lot more versatile. But whichever camera you end up choosing, both have an incredible image quality that rivals or best some current cameras. So to you I say, make up your mind, pick the one that works best for you and go out there, capture moments in time and create memories.